Archie was a McDonald's mascot who appeared in advertisements for McDonald's throughout the early 1960s. This character would predate other McDonald's mascots like the famous Ronald McDonald by several years. Archie would appear in a commercial in the early 1960s in which it shows him dancing around a McDonald's countertop. This commercial has been confirmed to exist from a plaque at the oldest operating McDonald's in Downey, California. The existence of Archie is documented through a scattered collection of gift bags, pin badges, and toys from early Happy Meals. He was introduced as a replacement to the older mascot, Speedy, sometime between 1961 and 1962. A commercial would then be produced featuring the mascot, which is a first for the fast food chain. The exact year the commercial was made is unknown. However, vlog footage from YouTube shows a McDonald's with an informational plaque dated around 1963. Of course, Archie was eventually replaced by Ronald McDonald, who first appeared in television commercials in the mid-1960s. Also, one source claims that by 1965, plans to officially retire Archie were already in the works. Since then, the Archie commercial has vanished into obscurity and has not been seen since. But on an unknown date, Shishigumi2 on Discord contacted McDonald's customer service via email, and to his surprise, a McDonald's representative responded. Their response back said, "Thank you for contacting McDonald's and for your interest in one of our commercials. I'm sorry that we're unable to honor your request for a commercial. Every year, McDonald's locals and national advertisement agencies produce thousands of commercials that are viewed all around the world. Unfortunately, we do not have a video library that contains copies of all McDonald's commercials that were produced. Again, please accept our apologies for not being able to accommodate your request. We hope to have the opportunity to serve you in the future." Due to this response, it is unlikely that McDonald's still has the commercial in their possession, and it is unknown if anyone else does as well. Beginning in 1979, the British petroleum company BP released a line of Smurf figurines and collectibles in the United Kingdom, South Africa, and Australia. The commercial was uploaded to YouTube by an unknown Australian user sometime between 2009 and 2010, who had previously uploaded other Australian commercials from the 1980s. However, when that user's account was closed in the mid-2010s, the video was also deleted. Although the account was closed, an unnamed YouTube user used footage from the commercial and lasted a bit longer. The uploader of the account also closed their account years later. As a result, no screenshots and re-uploads of the commercial have resurfaced online. Daft Punk was a well-known French house and electronic music duo that began in 1993 and just recently ended in 2021. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, Doing It Right, Around the World, One More Time, Technologic, and Get Lucky are just a few of their hit singles. They appeared in commercials for Gap, Toonami, and other brands during their discovery period. However, one of their commercials for the 2002 Winter Olympic Games is lost. Thomas Bangalter, a member of the Daft Punk Club forum, posted on the website on April 12, 2012. He asked how to rip the content of a VHS containing 4 TV advertisements in an EPK in high quality. Due to the lack of interest from fellow posters, there was no evidence that these ads were ever shown to the public. YouTuber Full Metal Onbu posted a video of his VHS collection later that year, which included the VHS case and tape with the 4 ads on it. He then uploaded some of the ads from the tape to YouTube, though the Winter Olympics ad, which featured their song Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, was not included. So far, there have been no images or footage of the commercial, and it may never see the light of day. During the late 1990s, this animated commercial for Standard Federal Bank, now known as Bank of America, aired at least once. Most likely, the commercial was a local funding promo that aired on Detroit PBS station WTVS, though it could have also aired on other Detroit stations as well. Supposedly, the commercial began on a stairwell in an art museum and panned across a hall with various art frames hung on a green wall with silhouettes of people in the foreground before ending on an art piece of the Standard Federal Bank logo, with music playing in the background. It's possible that a female voiceover was used as well. Due to the ad airing at a time when recording PBS funding promos wasn't as common, this commercial has yet to surface on the internet. However, in early 2013, Lost Media Wiki user The Yoshi State recreated what the ad may have looked like in a maze-like fashion using the Trimble SketchUp program and uploaded it to the Trimble 3D warehouse on January 26 of that year under a different username. In September 2016, he also posted a search post on a Facebook group with a link to this article, but it received no responses, indicating that few people are likely to remember it. To make matters worse, the remaining tapes of the ad that were kept by Standard Federal Bank are likely to have been erased after Standard Federal Bank was acquired by LaSalle Bank of Chicago in 2004. Plus, if WTVS had kept any tapes of this ad themselves, then the fate of those tapes is unknown. especially considering that in the late 2000s the station moved out of their longtime home in Detroit's New Center area for an HCTV-capable building in the northwestern suburb of Wixom, Michigan. So that means it's a possibility that those tapes may have not been brought along with them. Bryant and May Matches is a name given to a commercial for the British match company Bryant and May, which was made in 1896 by film pioneer and photographer Burt Akers. According to some film historians, it is the very first commercial ever made. According to an August 1896 issue of Tower Hamlets Independent and East End local advertiser, the commercial consists of a man writing on a blackboard, "Bryant and May's matches are the best," before turning around, striking a match, and lighting a pipe. Peter de Monkiewicz, a film director, writer, and historian, proclaimed Bryant and May Matches to be the first commercial in November 2019. In his blog post, he looked up the dates of the commercial's production and compared it to two other commercials that claimed to be the first: Edison's Admiral Cigarette and the Lumiere Brothers' Lavuz, both of which promoted the soap Sunlight Safe and Sunlight Savon. Admiral Cigarette ended up being released a year after Bryant and May Matches in July 1897. Ultimately, Bryant and May Matches is now a lost commercial with no frames or photos having resurfaced. SM City North EDSA is a shopping mall in the Philippines. It is actually the country's first SM supermall, as well as the world's 11th largest shopping mall. A commercial for the mall, however, was produced in the 1990s. The commercial is praised for its CGI representation of the mall, and it was the mall's only commercial at the time. The commercial aired during a show sponsored by Family Quarta o Cajon, and it is well known that this commercial aired during every commercial break. It's unclear if the commercial was broadcasted on other channels or programs, but eyewitnesses claim to have seen it from the late 1980s to the early 2000s. 680 Home Appliances is a Filipino appliance store established on August 28, 1968. The store has suffered a decline over the years, and only a few branches remain open today. However, commercials were made in its early years. Known commercials are the early 1980s version with Bart Masello that is available on the internet, and a commercial said to be creepy was aired in the 1990s. The commercial begins with an electric fan mechanism on a black background, and then it zooms in on a moving gear, a gas stove, and a standard electric fan. Then an evolution of the 680 Home Appliances logo appeared, with hands shaking, appliances on display, a family shopping together, and a girl walking and jumping. It then fades to the 680 logo moving position with a piano sound, and then pauses for a second in a black background with the logo on top and the slogan, "Serving you for more than 25 years." The commercial features a creepy voiceover and ominous humming music. According to eyewitnesses, there is also a scene where appliances are being formed and a tagline that reads, "We build our name," as well as a creepy laugh. The voiceover also said things like 680 quality product, 680 more affordable appliances, and "Why don't you shop around with your friends?" It was said to have aired during $1 Million Chance of a Lifetime, Better Home Ideas, Battle of the Brains, The Doctor Is In, and Google 5 on RPN 9. The commercial was said to have aired in the early 1990s and early 2000s, specifically in 1991, 1993 to 1995, and the year 2000. There is currently no other info on the commercial and is still yet to be found. Champola, a Filipino snack for its flavored wafer sticks, is a popular snack in the Philippines. Several commercials for the product were produced in the 1990s and aired on local channels, one of which was animated. The commercial starts with a kid eating champola while watching a horror movie. A bust sculpture was seen in his back, and the sculpture stared and saw champola. Each wafer stick then flies outside of the box, and the sculpture was then seen eating it with a voiceover saying, "So deliciously crispy." Someone then went into the kid's house, scaring him, and he took a baseball hat and went into hiding. The child screamed and pointed a weapon at the person. It turned out that it was just his friends, and they laughed at him. They then happily ate champola, and the bust sculpture laughed in an evil manner. The kid and his friends then got scared and ran away. The slogan and product appeared with a sculpture in the background with a voiceover saying, "Champola wafer sticks, one stick is not enough," followed by a sound effect of the sculpture's evil laugh. The commercial was animated, especially the eyes and the mouth. It is also said to have a creepy male voiceover and dark background music. It was supposedly aired on GMA 7 in the early 1990s during Uncle Bob's Lucky 7 Club. Other commercials were said to have aired on RPN 9 and ABC 5, but it's unclear whether those commercials were ever broadcasted on those channels. Mystery Funhouse was a tourist attraction in Florida which opened from March 28, 1976 to February 18, 2001. A commercial of the attraction aired in May 1977 in the Central Florida area, but only a few screenshots survived. A child actor from this commercial named Tracy B sent a message to the Big Florida Country founder Scott Jensen, which he then posted the message on the Big Florida Country page. The message reads, "Scott, here are the pictures that I told you about. The first one is of the wizard, which is how the commercial started. The one with me and my sister were taken to the disco room. Not the best quality, but not bad considering the pictures were taken right off the television as the commercial was airing. My dad would call the television stations in advance so that he could know exactly when the commercials were scheduled to air so that he could get the camera ready. Take care, Tracy." That is all we know about the commercial, and so far it is unknown if anyone at all has a copy of the commercial.